Welcome to Jurisedge Academy's YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss 5 important recent topics that you should focus on in constitutional law. Now, if you're preparing for CLAT PG entrance exam or if you're preparing for any other LL.M entrance exam, then you need to know that where are the important developments that are happening and what are the important areas in which you may be seeing case laws on. So it is very important for CLAT PG examination to understand and highlight those areas and to practice accordingly. So let's start this video and discuss the important topics that you need to cover in constitutional law. The first and the most important thing that you have to understand for solving questions on recent cases are the areas from which the passages can be asked. So in this video, we are going to discuss based on the recent precedents that are coming as to what are the important focus areas in constitutional law. First is the issue of reservation. This is something which is very important and is of recent significance because important judgments on the issue of reservation, be it in promotions or in educational institutions, are coming constantly. This becomes extremely important in light of the recent judgment of Maratha case, in which the court has discussed important developments and it has also held very important findings with respect to the SEBC and how that can be determined. So when you're preparing for reservation, you need to know firstly the constitutional provisions, that is articles 15 and 16, and all the other articles that deal with different kinds of commissions or which deal with how these SEBCs or OBCs or SCs and STs will be recognized. Then you should have a very good knowledge of landmark cases related to reservation, the amendments which have happened in the constitution on the issue of reservation, particularly in articles 15 and 16, and recent cases like the Maratha judgment. Next, we have the fundamental right to religion. Now, this is also very important. Even though all the fundamental rights are important and recent cases come on almost every important fundamental right, but fundamental right to religion is more important because of the recent cases that are pending in the Supreme Court. So, for fundamental right to religion, you have to understand the constitutional provisions, the landmark case laws which talk about fundamental right to religion, personal laws, and what kind of constitutional limitations can be placed on them. Then you should also keep abreast with the statutory law and the development that is happening on that front, particularly the laws relating to forceful conversion which have been enacted in the past 1 and 2 years. Then, of course, you have to focus on recent cases like the Sabrimala judgment, the Triple Talaq judgment, and even more judgments that are coming recently and will come in the very recent future with various issues that concern religious practices. Now, before we move on to the third issue, I would like to tell you that Jurisedge Academy is launching its LL.M crash course in the month of January 2022. 360 plus hours of live classes will be provided for all the important subjects. There is 1400 pages of hard copy material, 120 mock tests, recent judgment analysis, and a separate subjective answer guide. The enrollment has started from 15 December 2021. So if you wish to enroll in the course, do it as the batches will be starting from 3rd January onwards. Coming back to the video, the third important topic that you should read in constitutional law is the amendment power and the procedure. Even though amendment power and procedure is generally also a very important topic in constitutional law, owing to the rich development that has happened through various cases like Sajjan Singh, I.C. Golaknath, Keshav Bharti, Minerva Mills, but it is recently important because of the case of Union of India versus Rajendra and Shah, in which the court had given important findings with respect to the amendments that happened with respect to cooperative societies. So for amendment power and procedure, you need to understand Article 368, Article 13, you need to understand the development through case laws, and of course, important focus should be there on recent cases. The fourth important topic is with respect to anti-defection law. Now, anti-defection law is also something which is being talked about for the last 2 to 3 years. So it can be considered to be an important topic even for recent developments. You will need to know the constitutional provisions. You will need to know the landmark cases like Kihoto Holloman. The details of 10th schedule should be clear to you, and the recent cases that have been coming either with respect to the Karnataka Legislative Assembly or with respect to the Shivraj Singh Chauhan case. So all these developments are also important for the recent development purposes. Lastly, we have conduct of administrative authorities. Now this topic may also be included in administrative law. It could be a combination of your knowledge on constitutional law and on administrative law. So you would need to know the constitutional provisions in general, particularly the fundamental rights. You will need to have a good understanding of principles of natural justice and the scope of judicial review on administrative action. So there are multiple recent cases that keep on coming with respect to the conduct of administrative authorities, conduct of examination, vacancies in exams, how those vacancies have to be filled. So there are multiple cases that keep coming on the role and responsibility of administrative authorities. So this would be the last topic that you should focus on because of the recent developments that are happening. With this, we have come to an end of our video for this week. If you like our content, please like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The details of the LL.M Crash Course 2022 are in the description box.